It was the start of October when Sienna Blake transferred to Monterey Ridge High School, just late enough into the semester to make her stand out, but early enough for people to care. She wasn't loud or flashy. In fact, she said very little. Her green eyes were deep and watchful, her posture careful, guarded. She wore headphones everywhere she went, but people still noticed, especially the guys. Liam Carter saw her first in chemistry class. Tall, golden-haired, and effortlessly popular, Liam was used to girls chasing him, not the other way around. But when Sienna barely glanced at him after he dropped his pen beside her desk, he was intrigued. Ezra Vale noticed her in the library, her fingers dancing across the spines of novels. He was the school's quiet genius, a lover of poetry and black ink tattoos hidden beneath rolled sleeves. She sat near him often, reading in silence. It wasn't love at first sight. It was familiarity, a déjà vu he couldn't explain. Kai Novak had Jim with her, the funny, flirty guy who rarely took anything seriously, except music. He first heard Sienna humming under her breath during stretching, a haunting tune, the kind that sticks, and it haunted him. None of them knew the whole truth, not yet. Each boy, unaware of the other's growing interest, tried to find ways to get close. Liam invited her to the homecoming after-party. She didn't go. Ezra slid a note between the pages of her novel. "You read like you're looking for answers. I write like I'm trying to forget them." She never replied. Kai gave her his Spotify playlist on a sticky note. A week later, he caught her listening to one of the songs in the hallway. They were all gentle, respectful, even careful. Sienna wasn't the kind of girl you pushed. She was the kind you waited for, but she wasn't ready. Sienna began to let small things slip. A smile here, a laugh there. One afternoon, she helped Kai tie his shoelace with a sarcastic smirk. Another day, she told Ezra that his poem about drowning wasn't just metaphorical. And during lab, Liam made her flinch when he accidentally bumped her arm. She apologized. He did too. But the way she pulled back, it was instinct, like she'd been burned before. By November, whispers circled the school. The new girls passed, the reason she transforced mid-year, something about a car accident, a boy, a funeral. Ezra overheard the rumors. Kai dismissed them. Liam started digging. It was Liam who found the article. Local teen killed in drunk driving crash. Survived by girlfriend Sienna Blake. Ezra saw it too, 2 days later, when he found the same boy's name written over and over in the margins of Sienna's sketchbook in the art room. Mason. But Kai already knew. He had known since she arrived, because a year ago, Kai and Sienna had kissed once, on a beach during a music festival. A summer fling that was more than that. She disappeared after, no number, no goodbye. He thought he'd imagined their connection, until he saw her at school, haunted, grieving, quieter than she'd ever been. So he didn't speak up, he let her be, and fell in love with her all over again, silently. One December afternoon, snow began to fall. Ezra invited her to a coffee shop reading night. Liam asked her to join him on the rooftop to watch the snowfall. Kai gave her a wrapped cassette tape. She took none of the offers until she found a photo in her locker, a picture of her and Mason at the beach, a Sharpie note on the back. "You were loved once. You will be again, when you're ready." She recognized the handwriting. Mason's best friend had written the same thing to her in the hospital. She turned the hallway. Kai stood there, waiting. "I remember you," she whispered. They walked for an hour, barely speaking. Eventually, they sat on a bench, watching the snowfall in silence. Kai finally said, "That kiss at the beach, it wasn't just a kiss, was it?" Sienna shook her head. "But it wasn't fair either, because my heart wasn't mine to give. It's still not, is it?" She paused. Then, "I want it to be." That night, they didn't kiss. They didn't need to, but they held hands. Liam found out, so did Ezra. It wasn't a dramatic blow-up. There were no punches, no screaming, just disappointment. Ezra gave her space, Liam, for the first time, walked away without getting what he wanted. And Sienna? She began to heal, slowly. She let herself laugh with Kai, cry with Ezra, hug Liam goodbye at graduation. Love wasn't simple, but it never had been. Sienna sat under a tree on campus, reading a poetry book. Kai walked up behind her, holding 2 coffees. Chapter 2, he asked. Chapter 3, the one where the girl finally lets herself fall. And does she hit the ground? She smiled, only long enough to realize she can fly. They kissed then, soft, real, earned.